In war, people often remember tanks and aircraft, but behind every victory of Imperial Japan in World War II were thousands of supply runs carried out silently each day. From the jungles of Southeast Asia to the deserts of China to remote islands across the Pacific, these military vehicles carried troops, ammunition, and the fate of entire battlefronts. They were not heavily armored, nor did they possess overwhelming firepower. But without them, the war would have come to a halt. In this video, we'll take a closer look at the military transport vehicles used by Japan during World War II. Light utility and staff cars. The Type 95 Kurgan was the Imperial Japanese Army's most famous light 4x4 command car of World War II. Compact, lightweight, and mechanically simple, it was designed specifically for rough terrain where roads were poor or non-existent. The vehicle was commonly used by officers, messengers, and reconnaissance units, especially in mountainous regions and jungle environments. The Toyota Model AK was an early staff car used primarily for administrative and command duties behind the front lines. Built on a reinforced civilian chassis, it offered reliable road performance and ease of maintenance. These vehicles were most often seen operating on established road networks rather than in frontline combat zones. The Toyota Model AE represented a gradual improvement in durability and practicality over earlier staff cars. It served as a transport vehicle for officers, documents, and command personnel. During wartime service, many AE vehicles were simplified, repainted in camouflage, and adapted to military conditions. The Nissan 80 was a mid-size staff car designed for comfortable, long-distance travel. With a more spacious interior, it was well-suited for senior officers and official transport duties. The vehicle was commonly deployed in occupied territories with relatively developed road systems. The Nissan 180 featured a more powerful engine and stronger suspension compared to earlier models. It was used by higher-ranking commanders and occasionally modified to carry field radio equipment. Its reliability made it suitable for prolonged operational use. The Isuzu Sumida P40 was a light military truck used for transporting supplies, ammunition, and small personnel loads. Its simple construction and flexibility made it a backbone vehicle for rear-area logistics and short-range transport missions. The Isuzu Sumida P50 was an upgraded light truck with increased payload capacity. It played a key role in short-distance supply runs, supporting frontline units with food, fuel, and equipment where larger trucks could not operate efficiently. The Mitsubishi PX33 was an experimental four-wheel drive staff car developed before the war. Although it never entered mass production, it demonstrated Japan's early interest in all-terrain military vehicles and influenced later designs. Medium trucks. The Type 94 6x4 truck was an early medium military truck used for general logistics and troop transport. Its three-axle configuration improved load stability on uneven terrain, making it suitable for supply routes behind the front lines. The Type 97 2.5-ton truck became one of the most widely used Japanese military trucks of World War II. It handled cargo, artillery supplies, and personnel transport across China and the Pacific theaters. The fuel truck variant of the Type 97 was specially configured to transport gasoline and aviation fuel. These vehicles were vital to sustaining mechanized units, airfields, and forward supply depots. The Type 97 radio truck carried field communication equipment and mobile command radios. It allowed commanders to maintain coordination across dispersed units, especially during fast-moving operations. The Isuzu TX40 was a reliable medium truck used for cargo transport and troop movement. Its simple mechanical design allowed easy maintenance under harsh field conditions. This Nissan-built 2.5-ton truck shared components with civilian models, improving production efficiency. It served mainly in logistics convoys and rear-area supply roles. The Toyota KC truck functioned as a general-purpose transport vehicle. It carried supplies, engineering equipment, and personnel, supporting infantry units during extended campaigns. The Hino TH10 was valued for its strong engine and endurance. It operated on long-distance supply routes, often under extreme weather and terrain conditions. Heavy trucks and prime movers. The Type 16-ton truck was designed for heavy logistics tasks, including long-range cargo hauling and equipment transport. Its higher payload capacity made it essential for sustaining large formations. Type 1. Artillery tractor was a purpose-built artillery towing vehicle used to haul heavy guns and support equipment. Its track design provided better traction and mobility than wheeled vehicles on rough terrain. The Type 92 heavy prime mover was built to haul the heaviest artillery pieces in the Japanese inventory. Its powerful engine and reinforced chassis reflected its specialized role. The Type 91 heavy truck functioned as a heavy cargo transporter for engineering supplies and ammunition. It was commonly used in rear logistics hubs rather than frontline operations. Mitsubishi Fuso produced several heavy truck variants for military use. These vehicles supported large-scale transport missions and helped standardize heavy logistics across units. The Isuzu 6-ton military truck was known for mechanical reliability under continuous use. It handled ammunition, construction materials, and fuel drums in extended operations. Hino's heavy prime mover was intended for towing oversized loads and artillery. Its low-speed torque made it suitable for difficult terrain and steep gradients. This Nissan heavy truck supported long-distance supply convoys. It was primarily deployed on established routes where reliability mattered more than speed. Tracked and semi-tracked transport. The Type 1 HOHA was a semi-tracked transport vehicle used to move infantry and supplies across rough terrain. Its half-track configuration allowed it to operate where wheeled trucks struggled. The Type 98 SODA combined armored protection with transport capability. It was primarily used to tow artillery and move supplies under threat of enemy fire. This tracked vehicle was intended to transport troops safely across contested areas. Although limited in number, it represented early Japanese attempts at protected troop mobility. The Type 95 Raiki was a fully tracked artillery tractor capable of towing heavy guns. Its tracked design allowed it to function in mud, sand, and uneven ground. Designed for engineering and artillery support, the Type 94 tracked prime mover handled loads beyond the capability of wheeled vehicles. It was mainly used in difficult terrain. This vehicle served as a tracked supply carrier for frontline units. It ensured ammunition and supplies could reach positions inaccessible to conventional trucks. Amphibious and special transport. The Type 4 Katsu was an amphibious tracked transport designed to move supplies directly from ship to shore. It could operate on water and land, supporting island logistics. The Daihatsu landing craft was widely used by the Japanese Army to transport troops, vehicles, and supplies during amphibious operations. It became a backbone of coastal logistics. This early amphibious tractor was employed in limited numbers for logistical experimentation. It demonstrated Japan's early interest in amphibious ground transport. This modified Katsu variant was adapted specifically to carry fuel and liquids. It supported forward bases where conventional fuel transport was difficult. The cargo variant of the Katsu focused on carrying ammunition, food, and equipment. It was vital in sustaining isolated island garrisons. Civilian-based and improvised vehicles. Civilian Toyota trucks were widely requisitioned by the Japanese military as wartime shortages increased. These vehicles were used for supply transport, troop movement, and rear area logistics. Nissan civilian trucks were adapted for military service with minimal modification. They filled critical gaps where standardized military trucks were unavailable. As fuel shortages worsened, gasifier-equipped trucks using wood or charcoal became common. These vehicles reflected Japan's increasing logistical strain late in the war. In the China theater, locally improvised cargo trucks were assembled using available civilian parts. These vehicles supported occupation forces and regional supply networks. Some trucks were modified in the field to carry troops instead of cargo. Wooden benches and makeshift covers were added to meet immediate transport needs.